Hey friends, I wanted to take you behind the scenes of a recent project I worked on for GiveButter. It started as a simple idea for a promotional video and turned into a full-blown summer anthem for nonprofits. I'll walk you through my creative process, how it started, where I got stuck, AI tools I considered using, and ultimately why I chose the long, challenging, and extremely fun way of doing it myself. The company I work for, GiveButter, is a free donor management and fundraising platform for nonprofits. This summer, our marketing team launched a campaign called Changemaker Summer, designed to celebrate the amazing work nonprofits are doing and to highlight all the cool, creative ways they're fundraising. A lot of folks think summer is kind of a slump when it comes to fundraising, but it can actually be a great time to try new, fun, outside-the-box ideas. As a part of the campaign, we relaunched our Fundraising Ideas Hub, which now includes over 400 real fundraising ideas. These are based on things that real nonprofits have done or are currently doing. Now, my role at GiveButter is mostly video production, promotional videos, demo videos, educational content. So for Changemaker Summer, my main task was creating a sizzle video to help get the word out. But my manager had a brilliant idea. What if we made a Changemaker Summer anthem, like an actual song, one we could use for the background of the video, but also something that could stand alone as a fun, upbeat, summery anthem. I was so excited about this idea that I could have jumped into the project right then and there. But I was also swamped. It was nearing the end of the quarter, and I was trying to finish up some other important projects. So it became one of those ideas that's like, this would be fantastic if you end up having the time. Now, I was still for sure creating the Changemaker Summer sizzle video, so either way, I was going to need some background music. And normally when I need music for a video, I use Artlist, a royalty-free music library. But another idea that was floated was using an AI song generator called Suno, so that we could not only have a background song, but the summer anthem that we were looking for. I'd messed around with it before just for fun, and it's pretty impressive. You give it a prompt, pick a genre, and it can write lyrics, create music, and even add AI vocals. So I thought, what the heck, I'll give it a try. And I wrote a prompt about the Changemaker Summer theme. And what it came up with honestly wasn't that bad. It had a decent hook, a few lyrics I liked, some things were off, the AI voice was a little weird at times, but I felt like with 5 or 6 more passes, it could have gotten there. GiveButter is a super AI-forward company, meaning they really encourage us to use tools like this to boost our creativity, increase our productivity, reduce stress, and just all around make our work better. I knew I had their blessing, whether I decided to go the AI route or do it myself. But I kept feeling drawn to just make the song, to write it, produce it. Eventually, I decided I'm going to do it. I started jotting down some ideas, but I stayed stuck for a good week and a half. And then, during one of our team meetings, our manager of brand design, JQ, said something like, what if we use the Fundraising Ideas Hub in the lyrics, like in the style of "We Didn't Start the Fire"? That totally cracked it open for me. So I went to the Fundraising Ideas Hub, I filtered everything down to the summer ideas, and then I dumped all of those into a Google Doc and started grouping those ideas by rhyme and theme. Some of the ideas were straightforward, like car wash or ice cream social, and others were a little bit more abstract or long-winded, and I had to find creative ways to shorten or adapt them so they'd fit into the rhythm and rhyme scheme I was building out. From that, I was able to shape 3 full verses made almost entirely out of real fundraising ideas. I knew I wanted the pre-chorus to tie the fundraising ideas in the verses to the overall theme of the song that I'd write into the chorus. So I started with "So many ways to make a difference, change makers make the world a better place." And then I really wanted to highlight impact, which is a big theme of our messaging at GiveButter. So I added billions of dollars raised, millions of lives changed. And that felt important to name. Like, yeah, you may be planning a bake sale or a summer fun run, but collectively this community is raising billions and changing millions of lives, and you're a part of that. I think that's just super cool. At that point, I needed a line to lead into the chorus, but wanted to write the chorus first. I figured, why not just use the name of the campaign as the hook, Changemaker Summer. So to lead into that, I wrote, that's why we gotta make it a Changemaker Summer, having fun, raising funds out in the summer sun. Super simple, super straightforward, and easy to sing along to, which is exactly what I was going for. Once I had the lyrics locked in, I jumped into Logic Pro and started building the track. I was hearing this fun, synthy, electronic pop vibe, so I laid down a drum track, and then layered in some bass synth, mids for body, and then played with some leads to carry the melody. I got the full song sequence from start to finish and bounced the instrumental version, and then I did that thing where you take it and you like sit down in your car and you listen to it out of your car speakers, or is that just me? Anyway, this song was ready for some vocals, so I jumped back into the studio. It was a busy day and I was coming up on a deadline and I didn't have time to even set up my good microphone, so I literally just recorded through my MacBook Pro mic. Now, we've got a Slack channel at GiveButter called Butter and Jam for all the musicians who work there, so I posted the track and I said, hey, here's the tempo and the key. If you want to contribute anything, vocals, synths, guitars, send it my way. And Calvin, who's amazing with analog synths, came through. I sent him the MIDI files and he sent back some awesome parts, some bass lines, guitar, even this killer ARP section that gave the ending a ton of energy. After I added that in and made a few final tweaks, the track finally felt done. We uploaded the full version of the song to SoundCloud, and I used the instrumental version in the Sizzle video I'd been working on alongside the song. And the response was super positive. Within a week, the song had around 75 streams, and the Changemaker Summer landing page had more than 2,000 visits. Now, I totally could have gone the AI route, which would have saved time and might have worked just fine, but I'm really glad I chose to make it myself. I think AI tools are unlocking cool opportunities for people who aren't as familiar with creative tools to bring their ideas to life, but it's also enhancing the ability for those of us who are familiar with the tools to make those even better and more efficiently. As someone who's worked for years on creative projects, I also just love the creative process, writing, producing, collaborating, and this project gave me a chance to do all of that. If you want to check it out, I've got links below for both the SoundCloud track and the campaign page. Thanks for watching this little behind the scenes breakdown, and I'll see you next time.